I am a kind of person that no group will like. Because in many ways I am a threat to all groups. First of all, why do you want to form a group? The need to form a group has come within you because as a being you're insufficient. You're feeling insufficient by yourself. This is the reason you have formed groups. Whether the group is family or community or religion or caste or whatever. Any kind of group you have formed because by yourself you feel insufficient. As a being, you are not sufficient. You have not found anything within yourself which is of such value that if it sits here, it is complete by itself. You have not found anything of substance within you. That is the reason why you are forming a group. That is the reason why you belong to your group. Whether you are a Vaishnava or a Shaiva, or you are this or that, the fundamentals, the psychology behind the need to form a group has come because of your insufficiency. You have not felt who you are. You have not bothered to see who you are. You have not bothered to experience what is the nature of your being. That is the reason you have formed a group. Now, my whole work and my life is to help people experience the divine within themselves. If you experience the divine within you, after that, definitely you would not have any need to belong to any group. You don't even have to identify yourself as a human being and alienate yourself from the other life forms in the existence. You can just exist here as life. Life is sufficient unto itself. You don't have to make Shaiva out of it. You don't have to make Vaishnava out of it. You don't have to make Hindu out of it. You don't have to make Muslim out of it. If you sit here, this being is sufficient. Now, people are always struggling with this because they're trying to find value for themselves from outside. They're always trying to add value to their life, either through education or through the clothes they wear or through the jewels they wear or through the homes that they stand in or through the visiting cards that they carry. You're doing all this because somewhere you have not experienced the nature of who you are. You have not even made an attempt in that direction. So belonging to this group or that group only retards you. It doesn't matter which group you belong to, it retards you. If you are planning to form an ISHA group, that will also retard you. The very reason carefully we chose a name as ISHA is, ISHA means formless divinity, that you can't identify with it. You can experience it, but you can't identify yourself with it. So the question of belonging to some group or the question of embracing different groups doesn't arise in my mind. Only if you see them as different, the question of embracing arises within you. When you don't even see what is sitting in front of you as different from yourself, the question of embracing it doesn't arise. The very fundamentals of spirituality is just this. If you begin to experience everything as a part of yourself, then we say you're spiritual. How can I experience everything as a part of myself? Because I am me, you are you. That's the reality. Today, modern science is proving to you beyond any doubt that the whole existence is one energy. There is no doubt about it anymore. The same energy is manifesting itself as mud. The same energy is standing there as tree. The same energy is barking as a dog. The same energy is sitting here as you. The same energy is what you worship as God. This is what modern science says. Your religions, whichever religion you come from, they have also been screaming the same thing. They have been saying God is everywhere. Whether you say God is everywhere or everything is one energy, is it different? It is just that Einstein likes to call it E, we call it Ishvara. We are saying everything is Ishvara. He is saying everything is E. It is not different. So if everything is that, why is it that you are not experiencing it that way? It is simply because you are deeply enslaved to the process of sense organs. The sense organs can experience anything only in comparison with something else. Only because you have seen darkness, you can feel the light. That's the nature of your eyes. Only because you have heard a situation where there was no sound, now you can hear the sound. If I feel this is cool, only because my body is warm, I can feel the coolness of this steel rod. Everything that you experience through the sense organs is only in comparison with something else. So once you are enslaved to the sense perception, once your experience of life is limited to the sense perception, naturally you experience the world fragmented into a million pieces. You don't see the oneness of the existence. Now, if you transcend your sense perception, naturally you feel and experience everything as a part of yourself. Once you experience everything and everybody as a part of yourself, after that nobody has to tell you how you must live here. Nobody has to teach you to be good. See, from the moment you are born, people are teaching you moralities. Be good, don't harm this person, don't kill that person, don't rob that person. Suppose you experienced all the people who are here as a part of yourself. Does somebody has to teach you such morality? Is there a need for such morality? So that is what spirituality means. If you have tasted anything which is beyond the physical limitations, you cannot belong to any group. See, that which is everywhere, with what will you compare it with? Once you have no comparison, you cannot experience through the limitations of sense perception. You can see it this way. Once it so happened, there was a philosopher fish. What? A fish, a philosopher? Yes, a philosopher fish. See, everybody is a philosopher. Please look at yourself. You are also a great philosopher. There is a drunkard on the street. You stop him and ask him why he is a drunkard. He has a great philosophy as to why he is drinking. Yes? Is it so? You stop a thief and ask him why he is a thief. He has a solid philosophy as to why he is into this. Everybody has solid philosophies to support whatever nonsense they are doing in their life. Without a philosophy, you cannot continue your nonsense. Please see. If you have no philosophy, you cannot sustain your nonsense. At every moment, you have to become aware. At every moment, you have to think, why should I do this? But once you have a philosophy, you can just continue your nonsense endlessly. So there is a philosopher fish. One day he is sitting in one place, very miserable, in great distress. Another fish came this way, looked at this philosopher fish and asked him, "Philosopher, why are you sitting like this? You seem to be in great distress. What is the reason for your misery?" The philosopher fish said, "Don't bother me, I am in real trouble." "What is your troubles? Please tell me." The philosopher fish said, "Wherever I go, people are talking about oceans. I wanted to see the ocean, so I traveled in every direction possible, but I don't see the ocean. Where is it?" Now the problem is, he is also a part of the ocean. That's the problem. If he was outside the ocean, he would have gone and seen the ocean. Now that he is a part of it, he has no way to perceive it. Right now, your problem with divinity, your problem with God is just this. You are breathing it, you are eating it, you are walking upon it. So you don't know. You don't know how to perceive, because your perception is limited to 5 sense organs, and it needs a comparison, it needs a background, it needs a foil, otherwise it cannot experience.